and Midas.
Seen the signs on the passers-by, something's got to give. Can't be free, but it's good for me. But this good thing comes along, and I can't deny it too long. I need you to save me. I need you to set me free. Set me free.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Where should you get advice about getting out of debt? Geraci Law is one of the oldest and largest debt relief law firms in the country. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Whether you're high income or low, rent or own, if you need advice about mortgages, bill collectors, foreclosure, finance companies, or almost any debt problem, call Geraci Law or click now.
If you're worried about debt, call now to see if you qualify. 1-800-401-4010.
The 2013s are coming, and some are already here. And that means the 2012s have got to go. It's the all-out sellout at Arlington Nissan.
Featuring the Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event, where you can get great deals on brand new 2012 Nissan Altimas.
Make us an offer we can't refuse.
There's only one, Bob Rohrman.
Bob Rohrman's Arlington Nissan at the corner of Route 53 and Dundee Road.
Welcome back to the third and final inning of the Batter's Box, sponsored by AT&T. We have ourselves a showdown right now, 3-2. It is John over David, and this one may come down to the final swing. We'll see what happens. A spot against Brian in the semifinals is on the line here. David, what do you want to do to start the final inning?
I'm going to go with a single.
All right, here's your question for a single. You love a single. What number did Carlos Zambrano wear while playing for the Cubs? Was Big Z number 30? Was he number 33? Was he number 38? Or was he number 39?
El Toro was C, 38.
Ah, we stinks. He was number 38. C is the answer for Carlos Zambrano. Okay, so runner over at first base. We go back over to John. What do you want to do?
I'll go with a single as well.
You're thinking about a single. Keep it conservative. Why not? You have the lead right now. Which of these players was not among the 8 Cubs named to the 2008 All-Star team? Kosuke Fukudome, Derek Lee, Giovanni Soto, or Carlos Zambrano? One of those players did not make the All-Star team in 2008.
Well, I know it's either B or C, and Soto was a rookie, but I believe he was there.
You've eliminated Fukudome and Zambrano.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go with B, Derek Lee.
B, Derek Lee is correct, and a runner aboard for John. All right, David, here we go. You've been picking a lot of singles in this game. Are you going to stay with that slow, steady pace, or are you going to try and pick it up here? Runner at first.
I'm going to go with another single.
Another single, okay. Here's your question. Who was the Cubs manager the last time they made the playoffs? Was it Dusty Baker, Don Baylor, Lou Piniella, or Mike Quaddy?
C, Sweet Lou Piniella.
Well, what do you know? What do you know about baseball? Plenty, I guess. Lou Piniella is correct. C is the answer. Runners at first and second. Look at that. What do you know? Move back over to John. All right, you've got a runner on. What do you want to do?
I'm going to go for a single as well.
No more Piniella impressions for me. All right, here's your question for a single. Who was not in the 2012 opening day lineup? Jeff Baker, Darwin Barney, Reed Johnson, or Brian LaHare? Opening day this year, one of these guys was not in the lineup.
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's C, Reed Johnson.
C, Reed Johnson is your answer. Unfortunately, it's incorrect. Brian LaHare was dealing with back issues right out of spring training, and he missed opening day. So back over to David, runners at first and second, and maybe you've got something going here. What are you thinking about?
I'm going to go with another single.
Going with another single to load him up for his final swing. Who was the last Cubs lefty to reach double digits in wins? Was it the lefty, Tom Gorzolani? Was it Rich Hill? Was it Ted Lilly or Terry Mulholland?
C, Ted Lilly.
C, Ted Lilly's your answer?
Yeah.
Ted Lilly is correct, and 3 aboard. The bases are packed for David. We go back over to John. You have a runner over at first base, but you have the lead 3-2 in the game. What do you want to do?
I'm going to go for a double.
Going for a double to put him at second and third. Here's your question. Against which Hall of Famer did Ernie Banks hit the most home runs? A, Don Drysdale, B, Sandy Koufax, C, Robin Roberts, or D, Warren Spahn?
Well, they're all Hall of Famers. I'm going to work the count.
You are going to work the count, presented by AT&T. That means we take away 2 of the wrong answers, and we give you a much better chance of getting this right. Is it Drysdale or Roberts?
Even though Drysdale was a fireball pitcher, I believe it was C. Robin Roberts.
C. Robin Roberts. I don't know how you came up with that one, but that is correct. And now you've got 2 aboard, runners at second and third, and the lead. Right now, the game comes down to this. David, you have the bases loaded. You're down 1 run. This is your final swing. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go with a double.
Going for a double. This would give you 2 runs and the lead. The game is on the line. Here's your question. Which of these former standout Cubs was not born in the state of Washington? Ron Cey, Dave Kingman, Ryne Sandberg, or Ron Santo? One of them was not born in the state of Washington. The other 3 were.
I'm going to go between Dave Kingman and Ron Santo.
This is for the game, at least at this point. If you get the answer wrong, the game is over and John wins. You get the answer right, you take the lead.
You know, when the Cubs played back in the interleague in Seattle, I remember Ron being pretty excited to go back to Washington State, so I'm going to have to go with B, Dave Kingman.
B, Dave Kingman. Well, you came through again. You had the late home run in the opening round, and you came through here. It is Dave Kingman. He was born in Oregon and then moved to Arlington Heights, Illinois. So you are correct, and you've taken the lead 4-3, but John still has a chance to try and tie this game or win this game. Runners at second and third, your final swing.
I'm going to go for a single.
So answering this correctly would push this game into a home run derby. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here is your question, John. How many home runs did Starlin Castro hit in his rookie season of 2010? Was it A, 3, B, 5, C, 8, or D, 12?
I'd like to use my pinch hitter.
You are going to use your pinch hitter. No sense leaving him on the bench. Get some advice here. And who did you bring with?
My buddy Jim.
Your buddy Jim. Let's see if Jim can help you tie this game up and force it into a home run derby. Go ahead.
Hey, Jim. Here's the question. How many home runs did Starlin Castro hit in his rookie season in 2010? It's either A, 3, B, 5, C, 8, or D, 12.
Well, I know for sure it's not 12. Don't you think so?
Yeah, he was called up in June.
Definitely not 12. Here's what I think. I think it's definitely, I don't think it's 8. I want to say he hit only 3 home runs in 2010. You know,
really?
He was not...
he hit one in his first game.
Hitting for a lot of power, but what do you think? We can talk about this.
Not a ton of power, but I think maybe B5 we'll go with.
I mean, it's going to be up to you, but I'm feeling 3, but if you want to go with 5, it's a solid answer too.
I'm going with B5.
Should have trusted your buddy.
Oh,
he
my
was
God.
right.
Unbelievable.
Starlin Castro had 3 home runs in his first season. So that means, David, you are moving on. Another comeback win. That one's going to eat away at you, John. I can tell you're frustrated, to say the least.
Yeah.
You move on to face Brian in the semifinals of our Cubs showdown. 3 semifinal positions have been filled. Our last White Sox semifinalist will be determined next week. The competition will only get more intense. Thanks for watching the Batter's Box. Don't forget to stay tuned for the Midas post-game press conference. We'll see you next time.
When Bill Larson's brakes started squeaking. When Pam Summers' check engine light went on. And before Tom headed out on vacation. They all came here. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care. That's the Midas touch.
Get up to a $50 mail-in rebate when you purchase qualifying brake pads or shoes at Midas.
This is Henry. This is the first time he's ever held a baseball, and he's fascinated. But Henry has never seen a baseball hurled over 100 miles an hour. He's never seen one scooped up and rifled across the diamond, all in one step. He's never leapt from his seat as it disappears into the lights. Someday, Henry will realize just how remarkable that baseball is.
From the heart of charred oak barrels to your glass, the smoothest spiced rum has arrived. Bacardi Oakart.
If you had $1 for every dollar car insurance companies say they'll save you by switching, you'd have like a ton of dollars. But how are they saving you those dollars? A lot of companies might answer or no comment. Then there's Esurance, born online, raised by technology, and majors in efficiency. So whatever they save, you save. Hassle, time, paperwork, hair tearing out, and yes, especially dollars. Esurance. Insurance for the modern world. Click or call.
The Batter's Box is presented by Midas. Trust the Midas touch. And also AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Domino's. Oh yes, we did.
Well, I don't know if like the people in the production room that were coming up with the singles questions are they from Boston? Are they from Boston? Because like nobody memorizes stuff from the 2010 Cubs. Nobody. There's not even people who were 7 years old that memorize facts from the 2010 Cubs. There's not one person that I know that sits back in a room and goes, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to memorize facts on the 2010 Cubs. I have nothing to do, and I'm not bitter at all. I am not bitter. I want to congratulate the person who won because they came through with 2 runs at the bottom half of the inning, and that's not easy. And the top half of the inning, that's not easy. I don't know who came up with that question. I love you. You're probably a great father, mother, or maybe you're bitter at life, and that's where you got that question from. You guys have been fantastic. I'm bitter.
How's it feel? It feels great. Really excited. You know, all the hard work and all the history facts that I put together this past week has really helped out in the second round, and couldn't be more happy to go into the semifinals. You know, one of the things was me going first throughout the whole round. You want to make sure you get guys on, kind of put a little bit of pressure on him. You know, he did a really good job of trying to match me single for single, and being down with my last inning, I had to go for the win.
How do you plan to approach it?
Yeah, Brian's a very serious competitor. You know, to break him, I'm going to have to, you know, just match him answer for answer, and hopefully the best man wins.
When you harness all